So what does keto mean? So keto refers to ketogenic, and basically in simplest forms, it means that your body is burning fat instead of burning sugar. So when we are on a keto diet, we primarily eat low carb and focus on proteins and fats, and we reduce the amount of carbs that we're eating. So when I was losing the last 50 pounds, I went on intermittent fasting protocol, and also I tried keto. Now, keto is very difficult to do, I found, because it's very hard to keep your carbs below 50 grams per day. I was going to say 50 degrees. Below 50 carbs per day, and some people say they actually need to be below 15 carbs per day. And that's like a quarter of an apple, or, half a cup of orange juice for the whole day. That's the only amount of carbs that you could have. So basically you have to get rid of sugar and fruit and, of course, all the grains. And it's very difficult in today's society. It's just very hard. So I tried it for a while. I would do something which I think is called carb cycling, where I would try the 15 carbs a day, go up to 50, go up to 100 the next day, or back and forth, because it's just very, very difficult to do, to keep it sustainable, to not make it boring, because I hate when food is boring. I got to have variety. So keto is basically getting your body to be a fat burning machine instead of a sugar burning machine. And in order to get it to that point, you actually have to cut out most of the sugars and most of the carbs. So I find that I can eat around 50 grams to 75 grams of carbs a day. I don't count them anymore. I did that for several months, and then once I got the hang of it, once I saw what kinds of foods to eat and the amount of carbs that were in that based on the proportions, then I didn't have to keep counting it because I had it memorized. But I feel very good on a low carb diet. I don't get headaches. I don't have joint pain. I don't have heart palpitations. I just don't have any health issues when I'm eating low carb. And so being on a keto diet is, I think, fantastic in order to lose weight, because you're able to keep the sugar content low enough. Your body's able to use up whatever sugar you give it, and so it's not going to store any of the sugar in stored fat. So I'm not a doctor, so I learned this from doctors that I've listened to and watched online and read about, primarily Dr. Jason Fung and Dr. Robert Siways and Dr. Ken Berry. Those were the three that I listened to the most or learned from the most online. They all have YouTube channels, and two of them have books out, and so and some of them have podcasts. One of them has a large Facebook group. So I learned a lot from those people, and then I just experimented with myself and I feel experimentation, for me, it's a type of biohacking, on my own body, testing what works and what doesn't work. And I think everybody needs to do that to some extent, to figure out which is the best option for them. So this is my story. I would love to hear what your story is like. So, comment below and tell me about your story. And I hope to share some of those in future videos. Thanks for watching.